Hello, welcome back. Let us see about annotations. Annotations are very important for any of the framework. It could be Spring framework, it could be JUnit framework, or any of the framework. Annotations are very important. So JUnit also offering various annotations like JUnit 4 based annotations, JUnit 5 based annotations. Let us see what are those annotations. So here declare a test method that is very quite common at the rate annotation test. So whenever we are writing method, on top of the method we need to write the at the rate test. That is quite default we need to write. It is a common annotation in JUnit 4 and JUnit 5. There is no difference. And next one is before class, before all. In JUnit 4, we are calling as at the rate before class. In JUnit 5, we are calling as at the rate before all. So it executes before all test methods in the current class. Before all test methods in the current class, that is called before class or before all. And next one is after class, after all. So it executes after all test methods in the current class. After all. So after all, after class. In JUnit 4, it is after class, and in JUnit 4, after all. And before, at next one is at the rate before and at the rate before each. So before means before test case it will execute. So execute before each test method, that is called at the rate before annotation. Similarly, at the rate after. After means execute after each test method. And in JUnit 4 we call at the rate after, in JUnit 5 at the rate after each. And next one is in JUnit 4 at the rate ignore, and in JUnit 5 at the rate disabled. So it is if you are putting at the rate ignore, that means disable a test method or class. And in JUnit 4, JUnit 5, we are having another annotation that is called at the rate test factory. So test factory for dynamic test, it is not applicable in JUnit 4. From JUnit 5 onwards, it is introduced at the rate test factory. That is for test factory for dynamic test and nested test at the rate nested. So in JUnit 5 there are nested loops. In JUnit 4 nothing is there. And in JUnit 4 at the rate category, in JUnit 5 same category called as at the rate tag. That is the tagging and filtering. And in JUnit 5 extend with is there, but in JUnit 4 not there. Register custom exception extensions, that is at the rate extend with. And some other annotations like class level annotations, or like in JUnit 4 we are using at the rate run with Spring JUnit 4 class runner dot class or JUnit runner dot class. And in JUnit 5 we can write at the rate extend with Spring extension dot class or Mockito extension dot class. And here we are using use at the rate extend with instead of run with. If you are using JUnit 5, you need to use extend with. If you are using JUnit 4, run with. And package, second one is package changes also there. Package changes org.junit.jupyter. So same thing in JUnit 5, we are calling org.junit.jupyter.api.test and assertions. Assert star is JUnit 4. And run with is not needed with at the rate spring boot test, at the rate web MVC test, at the rate data JPA test. So if you are using run with spring boot test and web MVC test, and run with is not at all needed. That is what it is saying. And whenever we are using JUnit, we can also verify in pom.xml. Sometimes JUnit is not recognized even though you created a project from a start.spring.io. Then you have to verify pom.xml whether JUnit related dependencies are there or not there. If not there, you can include. And sometimes in pom.xml default JUnit is coming, so then no need to worry. If at all your Eclipse IDE is not recognizing explicitly, we need to include these dependencies. JUnit version 4.13.2 and Mockito all. So when we are using Mockito all, we have to use this kind of dependencies. When we create start.io.spring and spring based project, then default we will get the JUnit. If at all JUnit is not recognized and you are getting all the compilation errors, means you have to include these dependencies so that your compilation issues will be resolved. That's all about the annotations. Once again emphasizing that annotations are very very important in any of the framework. It could be Spring framework, it could be JUnit framework. Till then, thank you.